Hello out there, everybody. It's Monday. Yay. Actually, I kind of enjoy Mondays. Start to a new week, new things. So let's see what we can talk about here today. It says I have 0 viewers. Oh, now it's at 23. Okay, not so bad. Well, I don't know if you caught my post, but yeah, it was quite a weekend. So I didn't really do much on my weekending, but I did get to play with the animals a bit, saw some family, did the fun stuff like that. My son's trying to call me right now. Clearly, he didn't get the message that I was doing this. So, okay, let's kind of scroll through some things and then we'll get started on what I wanted to talk to you guys about. You all know I can't talk about cases, so I will give you some hints about how you can be more informed about cases that go on in your area or my area or wherever. There is a website called VineLink, which is a victim information network where you can type in the area where you're looking and you can see a jail booking for people that have crimes that have victim reporting requirements. So that's one way. Another way is if you call the local jail. So, like in, for instance, St. Joseph County, there's an automated system. So you can call the St. Joseph County jail. You would use then the automated system for inmate information, and you can find out information about who's there, what their charges are, what their bond information is, that sort of thing. So there's also an app called Mobile Patrol. It's been out for, been a couple of years, I think. And that one is one that is not affiliated with the county at all. So it doesn't have the charges, I don't believe. It just has the name and the mugshot and the booking time. But Mobile Patrol is available for a lot of different areas, not just ours. So different counties, different states. And if you're interested in that, you can download the app and take a peek at whatever jurisdiction you're wondering about. So what I really wanted to talk to you guys about are some things that kind of were brought to my attention earlier today regarding how those of you that are so inclined can help out in our local area. So obviously every area has a need for food pantries and domestic assault and sexual abuse services, that sort of thing. So I want to highlight one of my favorite charities that is in our area. And it's not just our area, but this one is specific to St. Joseph County, but it's an overall nationwide organization called the United Way. So I'm going to show you, and I wanted to get the executive director on, but I mean, this was like 5 minutes to 5 when I texted her asking if she was busy. And like always, she's got a schedule very similar to mine. So she is at one of her grandchildren's events, and she said, I can step outside if you need me. And I said, no, I think I got this one. I'll just show your website and kind of tell people about what programs you have. So I'm going to do a screen share real quick. Maybe if I don't screw this up. Okay, let's see. Did that work? Shift 5, why aren't you working? Bummer. Shift 6 maybe? Wow, what the heck? Oh, there we go. Down here, share. Sorry guys, it's been a minute since I've done these. Okay, got that. Why is it not making it easy for me? A little rusty, right? Here we go. Oh, there we go. Now I gotta move this screen back over here so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so this is the website for the St. Joseph County United Way. This lady right here is my friend Kelly Hostetler. She's the executive director, has been there many years, and has raised a lot of money for St. Joseph County for various different groups, different organizations. If you click up here, funded agencies, these are all of the agencies that are vetted, I guess I'll say. They have been determined by the board. It's not just Kelly, there's a board of directors, and they've been determined to be legitimate, well-run organizations that are deserving of having these donations. So these are all 501c3 nonprofit organizations. So you'll see a lot of them on here, but some of my favorites that I want to highlight. One is the SJC Victim Services. Victim Services are a group of volunteers that are the first ones that get called out in the event of a tragedy. So, for example, we had a drowning on our lake last year, and Victim Services is there immediately with coordinating to make sure that the family, when they were waiting on dive rescue, and this was a 2-day process, they made sure that they had food, they had drinks, they had grief counseling if needed, they had everything that they could do to make this family as comfortable as possible during a very difficult time. If there's a car accident, fires, domestic violence, whatever it is, they're the ones that get called out and offer whatever assistance they are needed for. So, great people. It's a 24-hour service as far as you never know when tragedy is going to strike. So, that's one of my favorites. Also, Children's Trauma Assessment Group. That one is here. That one was actually something started by my father-in-law, Judge Tomlinson. This is a group that handles the screening and treatment plans of very highly traumatized children. Generally, we're talking in abuse neglect cases or child sexual assault cases. They are trained to kind of a full spectrum of what the kids need, from their physical health to their mental health, psychiatric needs, that sort of thing. We also have, let me see, 4-H Youth Council. Of course, you know I love my 4-H programs. They're on there. Where is DASIS? Here it is. So Domestic and Sexual Abuse Services, we call it DASIS for short, and they are the ones that handle our sexual assault, domestic violence cases. And for example, if there is a person that is the victim of a domestic assault or sexual assault crime, it's required that at the time that they meet with the police and give their statement to the police, they're given this brochure giving them the information on how to get a hold of DASIS. And some people will avail themselves to that service and some will not, unfortunately. But it's something that we are very fortunate to have. There was an incident that occurred this past year where some grant funding was not applied for in the timely manner, and it was unfortunately something that DASIS couldn't overcome. So they had to make some pretty significant changes to what they're able to provide this year. They're also hoping that they can get back on track to get that grant again next year so that they can continue providing high quality services to those that need it. So, if that's something you're so inclined to do, the United Way is basically the basket to put, about knock my water over, the basket to put all of the donations in that people give. So United Way is a 501c3 nonprofit as well. So any donation that you give is tax deductible. They will send you a receipt. They have a check, cash, money order, online ways to do it. If you want to give, Kelly will be more than happy to help figure out how you can do it. So there's definitely on all of this, there's the contact us, there's volunteer opportunities. So if you're in the area, you can do that. With the situations, also the food banks. So you see Food Bank of South Central Michigan is on there. There's also some local food banks that I'm not seeing right this very second. You also see Keystone Place, which is our homeless shelter. And it's not just the homeless shelter. They also provide that emergency housing in by putting people in hotel rooms, that sort of thing. So, I mean, basically, there's a lot of really good programs in our tiny little county that are geared toward helping people to avoid that continual poverty, to avoid continual cycles of domestic violence. And sometimes we just got to find a way to strike a chord with the person to bring them out of that cycle. And I think a lot of that is letting people know that we care and that I do care about what happens to our victims and our witnesses. And I care about what happens to defendants too. I mean, I know sometimes it maybe seems that a little harsh, but it's important to take care of our community because, again, working in a small community, I'm going to see these people, whether a witness or a juror or a defendant, whoever it might be. And I always want to know that I did everything that I could to be fair and make sure that people's rights are protected and that their lives are protected. So again, going back to the United Way, one of the wonderful things about it is if you want to donate to a specific organization, you can designate your donation to whatever organization it is that you like. So, like the Food Bank of South Central Michigan, obviously that covers a very broad area, a lot of people that are helped by that. Some of these other ones are a bit smaller. If you're looking at like the recreation programs, the Camp Everhart, things like that. But all of them are definitely things that are helping our community be better and give things for kids to do in the community. There's also Habitat for Humanity, which probably some of you are familiar with. That would be building homes for low income persons or people that can't get financed for whatever reason and giving them the opportunity to be a homeowner. So I'm going to scroll through some of these chats. Let's take a look. Okay. Oh, thank you for the kind words about today. It was kind of a rough day. Okay. Let's see. Getting better with my tech. Somewhat. And I can't be on here too long because I have my continuation of our all-day fair meeting for the St. Joseph County Grange Fair. Our regular February meeting for the board of directors is today, and we were tossing around the idea of maybe not having to meet today or this afternoon, but unfortunately we couldn't get through everything on Saturday. My dad and I had to leave early for the funeral, and they worked diligently, I think, until 5:30 p.m. So 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. And we worked through lunch, basically eating while we were still going through things. So the county fair is one of those huge projects that you don't realize that 1 week really takes a lot of planning. And it's not just the 1 week, I should say. We do have a lot of things planned for the year. If you go to centervillefair.com, maybe I'll flip to that website in a second here. Let's see. Hi, Terry from Crimes, Lies, and Alibis. We're going to be doing a show. Natalie and I are going to be doing a show with Terry on Thursday. So hopefully any of you guys in here are able to join for that. Okay. Jill, be careful on your drive home. Nice to see Secret Squirrel in here. Hopefully keeping an eye on things for me. Okay. You know, people wonder what they can do for family members or friends that are going through domestic violence situations. There's no magic answer, honestly. For every case, it's been very different. I'm going to go maybe to Kelly's board and staff here. Some people, oh, they don't have the picture of Adam. They have Jordan's picture. That's funny. Sorry, got a little distracted there. All right, I'm gonna stop the screen share so that we can move on. But it's different for different people. So as different as everybody's personalities and perceptions are, you can't approach every victim in the same way. So for example, if it's your sibling, you obviously have probably a fairly close relationship. You can be more frank with them, like, hey, this is what's going on. Here's what I think. But the issue is it may turn on you and then they don't want to share with you anymore because they're afraid that you will do something to maybe cause more problems for them with their significant other, or they're just not ready to admit that they're at the point where it's not fixable. So whereas if it's a perfect stranger, you don't really know how to approach them. And that's where if you want to get involved, there really are benefits to getting trained in, the management of these different issues for people. Would you share the link from your prep? Yes, I will do that. Thank you, PS, for $5. I will definitely share that for you guys. And then, sorry, going back, there are a lot of ways to get involved without necessarily jumping into counseling a domestic violence survivor. there's lots of less, I guess, invasive ways to do it. And sometimes it's just answering the phones for a shelter and making sure that there's somebody on the other end of the line so that when that person gets the courage to call, they have a friendly voice there to guide them and get them connected with the person that can maybe help them. So that's where all of our different programs, like the United Way supports, come in. So they are able to jump right in. We have a shelter for women. It's a safe house, and there's a couple different that are similar like that. Thank you, Andrew, for the goats. I know I need to. They're supposed to be baby goats soon. So that's kind of a heavy topic, right? Like, yeah, Monday heavy topic time. We could probably go to something a little less heavy. Yes, don't be cruel to animals, please. I will say that we did have 2 more goats. My mom called last night and said that one of the ladies had a ram and a ewe. So we got another boy and girl. Got to figure out names for these guys. We actually named the other boy and girl born a few nights ago, Bonnie and Clyde, which I think is kind of cute. So we'll see how they do. I've got some pictures with Clyde on my son's phone. Like, I gotta convince him to send them to me. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Does anyone have any questions about anything? Oh my gosh, I'm not naming my poor little animal Cereal. Not happening. Grandma's Sunshine Dragon. Could the judge issue a protection order for her? So I can't talk about specific cases, but in general, yes, judges can order as a condition of bond, which, going back, just so that we're all on the same page, bond is what's set before a conviction. So a bond could be a personal recognizance bond, which means that just on your word, you promise to show up for court, to not commit any other crimes. And those are like the very basics, but judge can also put in testing conditions or no use of alcohol or drugs, no contact with people, no assault or threatening behavior. Those sorts of things can all be bond conditions, so that if you're on bond awaiting the case to be resolved, pre-trials, trial, that sort of thing, the bond is what controls. And there's cases where there's not bond conditions in place other than no assault or threatening behavior. So there's also conditions, protective orders that can be put in place after a conviction. So for example, if somebody is sentenced and they get a probation versus just straight jail time, part of the probation can be a protective order for no contact with the victim or the complaining witness. Again, no drinking, no drugs, no breaking other laws, that sort of thing. So those protective orders are an option. Other option, without having the judge that's hearing the criminal case, you can request a personal protection order, which is a civil remedy. It's not a criminal remedy, it's a civil remedy where the aggrieved person would fill out a personal protection order petition. And there is actually a woman here at the courthouse that is dedicated to assisting with those. And once it's filled out, it is a document that is you're signing, swearing under oath that what you're saying is true. The judge then reviews it ex parte, meaning without a hearing. If the judge feels that there is enough information to say that this person has committed a continuing pattern of harassing behavior or a serious enough harassment that a personal protection order is warranted, there are all sorts of different boxes that they can check. Everything from not appearing within their sight to simply no threatening, harassing behavior, no weapons, no going to their workplace, those sorts of things. The problem with personal protection orders, there's a couple different things. One, they can be an issue with kids when you have kids in common. I'm not saying it's a reason to not get a personal protection order. I'm just telling you it is something to take into consideration, that a personal protection order can't be used to interfere with parenting time. So even if your children's other parent is a terrible human being to you, if the kids are not in danger and that person doesn't treat the children in that manner, there's not a reason to prevent the kids from having that contact with their parent. Kids have a right to have contact with both parents. So that becomes a very sticky situation. Again, if a personal protection order is granted, the protected party still has to comply with any parenting time order or custody order that's in place, but you would then use a neutral third party, so a family member, something like that. Some other places, not St. Joseph County, unfortunately, have like parenting time coordinators. So it's a group that kind of facilitates that transfer for parenting time. So if you have somebody who's not from here and doesn't have family and friends that are able or willing, and for that matter, to step in and be that mediator to help with every parenting time pickup and drop off, they have these people or facilities that can be used to make sure that the parents are each getting their parenting time. Otherwise, there's a lot of people in our county that simply switch at the sheriff's department or the local police department because there's cameras, there's officers, and they feel that it's a safer option than having the person come to their home, or if there is that personal protection order and they're not allowed to come to the home, safer than going to some other destination. With personal protection orders, there's always the option for the other party to file a motion to terminate it or to alter it in some manner. But once a personal protection order is in place, it is a pretty high standard for the person to try to overcome that and get it terminated. So, all right, let's take a look. Sabrina, thank you for the super sticker. Appreciate it. Let's see. Oh, I can make them show. Look at that. And yes, I will get a link there so you guys can go see those. Can I kind of scroll through things here? That good one for the goats. I do need to go get feed, which is going to be a pain in the rear tonight since I have that meeting. In Wyoming, you can only own 5,000 goats. Oh, that strike Wyoming off my list of places to go live then. Baby lambs. Can you see some more in the future? Of course you can. I love my baby lambs. They are so stinking cute. But again, just wait till those baby goats get here, guys. I'm serious. They are quite possibly the most adorable little animals on the planet. All right. So many different things. Debbie, is it okay for one of your mods to link my YouTube for Thursday evenings live with you and Natalie? Sure. I think Secret Scroll, you're in here. Aren't you still a mod? I didn't change it, so hopefully you can be. I did not get to watch anybody's stuff today. I've been working, guys. It's a Monday, and we had some snow days last week, so we had a lot of things that we had to get caught up on. Let's see, have I been given a new office? Yes, we had some movement in the office that I moved up an office. So if you notice the wall color is different, which I like it. I mean, it's a nice like shade of sage green. I still have two windows. You just don't see the one when I'm sitting a certain way. So don't worry, guys. I'm all good. Let's see. When are you on with Nat and Terry? Need to figure out the time difference. Terry, did Natalie lock down a time? I haven't checked my emails or messages, so I need to probably get on that. It was going to be at either 7 or 8 Eastern Standard Time. So, like, Michigan time, as we call it, even though there's lots of states that have that same time. Hello, guess who? I am doing well. All right. I always go live when you're watching Judge Milton. Oh, sorry. How much larger do I want my farm to become? How many more animals? Depends on if my husband is listening or not, because, I have different ideas about animals than he does. But I would love to have at least a few more. I mean, every spring we get a few more, but then, gotta find homes for the babies after fair is over. I need an animal fund. I know, they're so cute. Do love them. Let's see. Again, from the beginning of this, I can't talk about cases, but I did give you at the beginning of this live stream some ideas on how you can follow up on cases that happen in our county or any county for that matter. Generally, with Mobile Patrol, that app, they will list people that get booked in. Daniel, thank you. Glad that you love me. No question. Just very nice. All right, Secret Squirrel is still a mod. Terry, I don't know how to get you to send a link to Secret Squirrel. I'm really not great at this whole linking things in here. And let's see. The 11 o'clock, for whom the bell tolls, right? I just couldn't help myself. Okay. Hello, Tampa John. Nice to see you. Let's see. You'd love to see my closet. I have a weird thing about not wearing things like more than once. I mean, I still wear them more than once. Don't get me wrong, because that would be totally ridiculous. But I try to switch it up. So, yeah, it's just a thing from like traumatic experience with Mean Girls back in 6th grade. So it's one of those weird things. So yes, I do have like a ridiculous closet though, but I often donate a lot of it. We have a clothing closet at the high school, which is really cool because it gives people the way to kind of recycle their clothing without having to just ditch it or give it to Goodwill, where people then get charged to purchase it. We also have a free store in St. Joseph County. There's a couple different ones actually. There's one across from the courthouse. It's called the Building Hope Free Store, which is pretty cool. So I send a lot of my like smaller kids' clothes there, but like my clothes I can give to the high schoolers. And yeah, sometimes you get something and you're like, I'm too old to wear this now, so or it just doesn't fit right, but it's still in really good condition. I take that to the high school. So hopefully your schools have something like that around you, or your town has something like that around you, so that you can recycle your things as well. All right, ostrich farm, not ostrich, emus. I mean, I probably would like ostriches too, but now I'm hooked on emus since I had to. So a buffalo farm. No, thank you. My sister-in-law and her husband and family live out in Golden, Colorado, and they have buffalo right near them. I think they're safe. I just like to watch them from there. I don't think I'd want buffalo myself. Oh, there you go, Secret Squirrel. You got Terry's channel at least, so that's good. Okay. Crocodile farm. No, but we have an alligator farm just about 20 minutes north of us. Obviously, during the winter, it's not open, but they have some massive gators. That's really cool. And there's little baby ones too. And they not only do they have the refuge type display open during the summers, but they also do mobile shows. So they'll bring a couple of the animals or the tortoise to an event. So it's pretty cool. It's called the Critchlow Alligator Sanctuary, and pretty neat. I can't believe they have so many alligators in Southwest Michigan. So pretty neat. And it's very inexpensive to be able to go take your kids. Baby calves. I know. My mother got some Highland cattle. My dad is like, why did you get those? She's like, oh, to help keep the pasture down. Now that they don't have horses anymore, but I'm not really sure how this project of hers is going to work out. They are really cute, though. Hello, Bart from Manitoba. Wish Berrien County did YouTube. Yeah, Bob, I'm not sure. I haven't seen anything that Berrien has done. Okay, 8 p.m. Hey, Terry, good to know. 8 p.m. I'll be there. Be there, be square, right? Okay. I know, Goodwill. And the other thing about Goodwill, at least in our county, they literally throw things in the dumpster. And I know this because a few of my clients in the past, when I was doing a lot more criminal defense, would talk about going dumpster diving, which here is legal, and getting just like a ridiculous amount of nice things that just simply get thrown away. So it's, a little frustrating. So I'm not knocking Goodwill. I'm just saying my preference is to give to the free store where people don't have to come up with money to go get the things that they need or want. There are people that maybe take advantage of it. They take things and then go like sell them on garage websites or garage sale websites or whatever. But you know what? if that's what they need to do to make money to survive, I guess it is what it is. Once I donate it, it goes to whoever needs it and whoever gets it. So, all right. Anything else? Alpacas, yes. I have a cute picture of alpacas from Christmas time. One sweater with a cowl neckline. Not sure which one. I got a few of those. All right, Peggy's here. Hello, Peggy. Oh, thank you. Do you have to pay for a response? No, Charles. It's just, it depends on how quickly I can read and get through things. Daniel's got to go do his homework, so I tell my kids, got to get their homework done too. Keep the baby gators away from the baby goats. No kidding, right? Hey, Kinkajou. You know I can't answer that. Are you not allowed to talk about any case anywhere? No, it's not that I can't talk about any cases anywhere. I don't talk about cases, obviously, in my jurisdiction without permission of my superior. And that generally wouldn't be anything that is pending or that we have just resolved that's maybe still pending appeal, things like that. I also stay away from cases in Michigan just because it is still, my home state, my jurisdiction, and the odds of me having to potentially be a special prosecutor in a different county in front of a different judge, there is always that possibility. So I have talked about cases in other jurisdictions. I did a ridiculously long live stream with Natalie Lawyerchick about a week ago. And I think it ended up being like 2.5 hours. We were talking about the Ahmaud Arbery case with McMichaels. And that was, I think, hopefully very helpful to people in understanding the process and different issues that were with that case. So I just try to not talk about our local cases. Okay, let's see. Yes, Law Talk with Mike has all the good videos. What animal do I want that I don't have right now? I mean, like all of them, right? Let's see. Time frame for getting the emus. I think they're going to be available in the spring. I was actually talking to my friend's husband who got me the last ones, and they come from a high school science lab in Kalamazoo, Michigan. So hopefully they'll be hatching some this spring and maybe I can get some. Evan, that's so sweet of you. Thank you. Let's see. Yeah, Cass, great idea. Like we keep all of our old towels for birthing season, right? Like the little goats and sheep. It's nice to have towels that, we can use to clean them off. And if they get totally ruined, then they just, they've served their useful life. Let's see. Oh man, these are going really quick, guys. Eek. Oh no, I pushed a button. What time is it? I don't have a clock chiming, so not sure what time it is right now. It's 5:44 and I gotta go get something to eat quick and get to my fair meeting. Not that I don't love my fair meeting, but it's a lot. Charles, that was a really sweet donation. Thank you. All right. Oh my gosh, you guys, there's so many of these things. Rakita Law. Be cool to see on a panel. I would love to be on a panel. I've done some speaking things. There was one that's evidence professors from across the nation, and that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed getting to meet those individuals. I did a speaking engagement for a domestic assault group out in the Seattle area, which I thought was a lot of fun. That included prosecutors, domestic violence advocates, investigators. So to check out Rakita Law. Lola, yes, I do drink the goat milk. Not all the time. Like I'm not milking them right now. I try to not have to milk them year round. So we wait until after birthing, after the babies are starting to wean. But we've been super lucky where they've kind of gone right up to fair time with nursing. All right. Yes, our local school, Sabrina, does have an FFA program. Actually, the FFA program is based out of Centerville schools, which are right here in the center of our county where the courthouse is. And so kids that want to be an FFA generally come from the other schools and they do the FFA program here. Let's see. All right, Zoom fees while judge. I don't know if there's going to be anything on Zoom while Judge is on vacation. Probably not. Let's see. On the spot reporting from Yoders. I should do a live from Yoders. That would be really funny. I need to get one of those like little handheld camera things so that when I'm walking, it's not shaking all over the place. And I can do a live from Yoders. Let's see. I know, Ryan Blackhawk, Natalie's timer for lives. That's so funny. I only anticipated it being like maybe 45 minutes. I was not prepared for that level of length. It was fun though. I mean, I feel like it went really fast, but it definitely, that was a long time. All right, let's see. Jury duty. Drunk or drummer, you should be excited for jury. Would you stop it? You cannot eat chips and dip. But this brings up a point though. Like, guys, jury duty is not that bad. I promise you, we want good, well rounded jurors. And I know it's not ideal. And you have to go sit next to a bunch of people you don't know and listen to maybe a boring case, maybe a really exciting case you don't know. But it's super important that we have jurors because this is a person's life and liberty at stake. And we want people that are willing to listen with an open mind and then apply the facts to the law and see what you come up with. So I'm excited to hear if you, Drum Corps drummer, get chosen, and if so, how things go. Thank you, Tiffany, for the super sticker. Hey, Mike. Law Talk with Mike is in the house. Ugh, guys, I have like 13 minutes, so I need to go to this meeting, and I'm trying to be quick. Hello, Taco and Yoshi. Nice to see you. Oh my gosh, so many things. I'm gonna have to go back and look at these later. Oh my goodness. Mike had his hair done, a suit on today. He was all dressed up. Oh, Terry's inviting Mike now. This might be like the super panel of the century. Gonna get everybody on there, and hopefully it'll go better than when I was on Irish Demons, like last minute when it was all of us, because that was a train wreck of trying to get everybody to pay attention. Yes, Taco, you need to get me scheduled again. Dumpster fire of a schedule for me with trying to get things arranged. I'm definitely a fly by the seat of your pants type of person. Oh, Meyenberg goat milk. I feel like they have that powdered goat milk, right? Something like that. And let's see. Oh, Rockchild. I would love to hear about your service on the grand jury panel. That would be interesting to me. All right. Oh, Peggy. I know. I feel like I've never even called for jury duty until I was an attorney, and then they don't want you. Yeah, the laminate building was pretty cool, isn't it? Convicting a guy in about 10 minutes. Yeah, I mean, if there's video, I mean, it does tend to make things maybe go a little easier. What? Oh, let's see. Tony. Oh, thank you. It's very sweet. Just doing my job, guys. Doing my job. Bench trials over judges. You know, there is definitely some value to bench trials versus jury trials at times. And I think that more defendants should avail themselves to a bench trial, honestly. Whole post in FB court. There's a Facebook court page. I didn't know that. Interesting. Well, guys, I need to wrap it up so I can, I guess go to Subway. There's not much to eat in Centerville. right? Subway, McDonald's, Yoder's, but they close in 10 minutes and I'm not going to go roll them in there like at closing time. All right. Well, you guys were super sweet, as always, and I appreciate it. And I will try to get on a live stream again. I know I have a client appointment, I think tomorrow after regular work, so probably not going to do it. But you never know. Maybe I'll throw a video on. I got all sorts of random videos saved on my phone. So, again, I appreciate all of your help and your thoughts and your compliments. Always nice. Always up for constructive criticism too. If you don't like something, let me know. I can take it. But I appreciate you guys all being here, and I will see you guys next time. Have a great night.